It's the noisiest way ever, isn't it? Get out of the way. Yeah. And since this morning they've started a barbecue up there as well, which is fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was ready for that.
I bet you are.
Got here about 6 o'clock with the guys just to sort of record them setting up. Just want to do a bit of behind the scenes look at it, so yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah, it's frosty when we got here first thing this morning. Okay, really? I don't know.
Welcome back everybody to the GolfQuizz Masters here, 2020 Pro Tour at Headingley Golf Club. You're looking over the 18th at the minute. We've got up James Millington, Tom Hughes and Hannah Morrison is just over there to the right. We will catch her shot very short. In fact, why don't we move a little bit just whilst we wait, just up to here, because behind us as well is the par 3 17th. I just heard actually on the way up, it's almost a hole in one. There you go, we can catch both tee shots for the two chaps and Hannah Morrison over here on the right as well. So here we go, I think we're about to get things underway. We've seen somebody drive this today as well, haven't we, Paul?
We have indeed, yeah. Beautiful hole.
Got good eyes on it.
Yep.
And should be okay there, but it stopped probably about 20 yards in front of that tree there on the right, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 18 to come home, 337 yards, so relatively short. Like I said, we have seen somebody drive it as well.
It's into the wind as well, Ian.
Yeah.
And you know the ball's got to have quite a bit of height on it to go to those two trees as well. Out of bounds down the left as well, very dangerous.
It's a very tight out of bounds today, isn't it? Yes, I'm sure it wasn't that strict last year.
In fact, at my level of golf, all I can see is the out of bounds right now.
Wow, that's gone high, isn't it? Again.
And out to the right, I think. And you get Hannah teeing off down there.
Did I hear a bit of woodland? We've got a thumbs up down there. We've got Hannah Morrison just down over to the right. She's just about to tee off from the ladies' tee in the purple top over there. That's Hannah Morrison. That's the ladies' tee here on the 18th. Slightly kinder attack angle, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Although I think that's the gents' tee will suit those who draw the ball. What a lovely swing. It's gone miles as well.
Right, let's get ourselves up to the top of 1 to 17. We've got a number of groups. We've got Chris Hansen's actually on the 17th green as well, so we're going to watch him hole out, see how he goes. Now, I must say as well, the leaderboard is really lighting up here today.
Yeah.
Joined by Paul Hemlin again from the Golf Show. Paul, thanks for coming back.
Absolute pleasure.
Did you watch the putting techniques video?
I did, yeah, it was great, yeah.
It's taught me a thing or two. It's not hard though.
They make it look so easy, don't they? But it's so makes such common sense when they say it.
Yes.
It's like,
yeah. It's just taking it and putting it into practice.
And as we were saying earlier, putting is 40% of your shots. If you can save 2 putts around, that's a massive difference to your score at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, the leaderboard is lighting up here at Headingley. George Woolgarner man currently in the clubhouse at 5 under par. He's also joined by Ashton Turner, who's also 5 under par, although Ashton, I believe, was only through 8, by the way.
Really?
So could we have, but don't forget, any player who shoots 59 wins £10,000 today. How cool is that? There is a total prize pot of just shy of £6,000, which is guaranteed to be handed out regardless today. There could be an extra cheque for £10,000 handed out too here at Headingley. It's serious stuff, Paul, isn't it?
It really makes someone's season. You know, really help these guys with the travel expenses, that kind of thing.
It'll pay for it, won't it?
Absolutely,
almost.
yeah.
Let's go a little bit higher. The 2020 Pro Tour, actually, very good value for money as well, isn't it? I think if you remember, it's only about £99.
I think so, yeah. All the money goes back to the players after the green fees have been deducted. So we stood now on the 17th hole, so this is a Mackenzie design that Harry Colt amended a little bit as well.
He did a lot of courses, Mackenzie, didn't he, up north?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. A lot around this Leeds area. You've got Moortown as well, just down the road, obviously. Very famous for Augusta National. We just had the Masters.
Yeah.
So Henry Cotton said this was one of the finest par 3s in England, and he said this was good enough to be on an open road to this hole. Really interesting hole. We must go and have a look at the 16th green after we've been here, because that's a really undulating, sort of peanut-shaped green. Really interesting hole.
So 1,774 yards. The tee box is actually just up to our left here. Yeah. We're on the yellow tees here. The ladies just down to the right. As you can see, though, if you get that wrong, goodbye. Absolutely. If you go right, that's it. You're
Aaron
finished.
Cox was down the right earlier, and he actually made a really good shot from down there. Where Chris is stood in the red shirt on the left, I've seen a few sort of even go into the rough where they go with the cameras, and they've rolled down onto the green.
Wow, great stuff. You're currently looking on the 7th green. Chris Hansen, Ian Pyman and Dan Brown are at Dan Brown's home club next week. Rome and B here on the 2020 Pro Tour. We'll be bringing you that live as well, so wherever you're watching this right now, you can watch us live at Rome and B next week too. What a treat that is.
I wonder if Ian Pyman's brought the son with him. The son with him obviously plays at Aphrodite Hills in Cyprus.
Yes, he played last week as well.
Yeah, could be a bit chilly for him in the mornings at the moment, I think, but hell of a golfer.
There's worse places to have your home club, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah.
Although I will say, Paul, you can't beat a bit of Yorkshire golf.
You can't beat a bit of Yorkshire golf, mate.
I just wish it wasn't a 4-hour drive home for me. But other than that, yeah. Softy Southerners. So Chris Hansen, of course, in the red shirt there, co-founder of the 2020 Pro Tour alongside Adam Walker, who joined us. Chris has got his arms aloft like he's a showman, isn't he, there, for posing for the camera. Of course, European Tour. I wouldn't say journeyman, because he's actually the same age as me, and I like to think I'm not that old yet.
94 events he played on the European Tour. I played in the Open, of course, when I was at Royal Liverpool, Hoylake. Yeah.
He always, as well, does himself out. Whenever I talk to him about his game, he's like, oh, no. Yeah. He's always usually under par as well. 5 under par set the stall at the minute. Is that going to be enough? What's your score prediction, Paul?
I don't know. I don't think the course is as easy as they're making it look, to be honest. And I think there are some holes, if you don't know this course, you could get into a bit of trouble easily, not knowing where some of the turns are, where some of the trees are. Yeah. I think 5's in with a good shout. I think 6 would be an amazing score today.
Definitely. Let's go on to the 17th tee box, because I do want to chat to Rhys Samson as well. We've got a nice view up here, actually, because we can see him teeing off at 18. We might be able to see a bit of green. I think Rhys might have heard me talking now. Rhys Samson played very well last week as well, out in the early group, and again, alongside Aaron Cox, who played very well too. This guy came into clubhouse at 2 under par. Was right in the mix. I think he's having a good round here today as well. What shall we do? We'll just watch Chris Hansen's group. In fact, if you head on to 18, Liam, you'll just see the second shot. I know it's quite a way away, but if you head on to the 18th fairway, just over there, you might see that's Hannah Morrison, isn't it? Yeah. On the left, about to play her second shot. Like I say, you can see it's a short par 4, though. I did speak to George Walker about how he played the 18th, and he said, I actually took a 4-iron.
Really?
I thought I'd take it a little bit easy. Didn't need to take any silly risks. Although still got himself to a little bit of bottom of the trees.
He hits it miles, doesn't he? I was talking to him earlier, and he said first time he's had a card in his hand for a while. He's busy with his young child, not been doing weight training and other stuff over winter to get himself really fit. And said he came without any expectations, which I guess is kind of nice. You're not got any burden on your mind there of I should be doing this and I must do that. As you said, quite a free flowing round.
Exactly. If you're watching this, please do like, comment and share as well. We can see the comments, and we'll read them out where possible as well. This is the 2020 Pro Tour. It's the GolfQuizz Masters live at Headingley Golf Club, and we couldn't have picked a better day. In fact, George was telling me the weather's due to get worse from today. It's going to go downhill the rest of the week, so we got in well, didn't we?
I'll be back in the office then, that's absolutely fine.
Let's give a big thank you to Kia Bury as well, who've supplied the 2020 Pro Tour, a fine looking Kia. We're going to look at that later, up at 18. We're going to bring you all of the action today as well. So once we've finished up around here, we just wanted to get into the thick of the stuff, didn't we? Then we're going to get down to 18 a little bit later and reveal the winner. Who it's going to be.
And of course we might have a playoff today.
We could have a playoff, and it will be at 18 as well.
What a great hole for a playoff.
What would you do? Well, if you're in a playoff and there's two of you, do you get the driver and go?
I think you've got to be aggressive. I think you've got to go for it. It's your one chance, isn't it?
I was trying to get that out of George, but he wouldn't tell me. I was like, if you were in a playoff, what would you do?
Yeah.
And he's very coy.
I mean, we've seen some birdies on there, and I think that's coming from the guy who's largely hitting driver. I mean, any shot you've got is going to be slightly blind your second shot going up the hill. But I think in a playoff you've just got to be super aggressive.
Yeah, doesn't he? Is that Ian Pyman's just about to watch Ian Pyman tee off at 18? This will be interesting to see, won't it?
Wind's picking up now from this morning as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of wind now, isn't there, up here on 17? You're in short sleeve.
I know, I should put a jumper on actually.
Chris is on the tee now as well, so let's see what Chris Hansen can do. European Tour regular, co-founder of the 2020 Pro Tour. Played last week as well, didn't he?
Yeah, shot one under last week.
It's a club he knows very well, Huddersfield, isn't it? In fact, he does a lot of coaching across the Heath, doesn't
That's
he?
right,
You've
yeah.
done some work with him.
Yeah, we've got a great facility there. They've got GC quad, really nice driving range, lovely course.
He can hit it, can't he, as
See
well?
the power in that turn there, mega, yeah. Picks the tee up nice and quickly is what we like to see.
There's the old Kevin Nath.
Yeah, I love that. If I focused on that, I'd never hole a putt again.
My wife, she's not a golfer, but she watches it, and when I'm watching the PGA Tour, she calls him Kevin Not Applicable. I'm sure you're not watching, Kevin, but apologies if you are. We saw a red kite earlier as well, didn't we?
We did,
There
yeah,
might
yeah.
actually be one now on the fairway as well. Just looking down there. All sorts of wildlife here. The first and second one adjacent to a sheep farm, I'm sure it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was the sheep bleating or your stomach was rumbling before lunch Ian earlier.
A bit of both, actually. I have just had a very nice sausage baguette, I have to say, English mustard.
Oh, lovely. I attacked the barbecue there. It's great to see them putting that on for us as well, and the head chef doing it.
It certainly is. So, yeah, things are really heating up on the 2020 Pro Tour, and we're going to bring you all of the action live as well. You can watch on YouTube. It's high definition over at Live Sport now and over at the Golf Show as well. Paul, for people who didn't catch our broadcast there, tell us more about the Golf Show.
So it's a new YouTube channel. We've been going 6 months. I'm an amateur golfer. I got bored over lockdown, couldn't find anything I wanted to watch, and thought I'll buy a camera and microphone. How hard can it be? Little did I know, but I'm really enjoying it. You got the off-road tyres on that?
Unique way of coming down there from 16.
So yeah, it's going great. The channel's just called Golf Show. You know, please go there, subscribe. We're going to be covering from behind the scenes today. I've actually interviewed Ian today, which was brilliant to interview the man with the mic, and that'll be going out on Thursday at 6:30.
Now I know how the players feel. It's scary, isn't it? Let's go a quick word with Rhys as well whilst here. Rhys, you've been a man on form actually the last few weeks, haven't you? How's it going today?
Not too bad. I could have easily been 2 over through 2, but I think I've recovered a bit from there.
Yeah,
Not too bad.
Look, we've got a lovely little 17 here. You haven't done the yardages yet, so maybe I'll let you do that and you tell us what club you're thinking.
Nah, you're right.
Do you have something in your mind already?
I don't know. Probably about 6, I think, last time. But
6. I reckon I'm probably driver. We'll let the guys do the yardages and then we'll catch their tee shots as well. This will be fascinating. First bit of action we've seen here at the Par 3 17. We're still yet to catch a hole in one ever live. So, gentlemen, if you could please oblige us, that would be very good. I'm sure you'd all be happy to do it.
on camera.
On camera.
Yeah.
Had a hole in one, Paul?
I've had 3.
Wow.
And I had 2 in the same weekend, and I had the same guy in front of me both times, and I wish I'd got his phone number. But yeah, I had 3. Not had one for about 25 years though, so I think I'm due.
I've just had a message, I'm just looking at the comments. Andrew Coleman, who's leading at the minute, is George Woolgar, isn't it, in the clubhouse at 5 under par, but Ashton Turner is level with him at 5 under as well. Currently out on the course, must be through about 9 or 10 by now. I'll just let Rhys play a shot, and then I can tell you. In fact, what we'll do very shortly, once Rhys has played his shot, is bring up the leaderboard on the screen so you can see. Okay, but you don't want to go too right.
Just short. Might be bunker.
Whilst we're just waiting, our producer Elaine, can you just bring the leaderboard onto the screen? Just sort of the first top 20 or so people can just have a little look. There's the leaderboard for you. Okay, we can take that down. That's how you do it.
Good shot.
Very quickly, what was that? What club? 6. Six is the way to go then. It seems.
Well, that wind's certainly picked up since this morning, hasn't it? Very good shot there. Excellent. Well done.
It certainly has. Thanks, guys. No. We'll see you in the clubhouse, boys. Thank you very much. That's their great stuff. That was Adam Woolley, James Rooney and Rhys Samson. Actually, we've got to be honest, haven't we? They are pros, but an example of how to do it, how not to do it as well, I think.
Yeah, you're missing right there is the fatal error, isn't it? It's going to be really tough to make a 3 from there.
I just want to see if we can get on to 16. Someone's just about to hold out. The group behind us is Nick Watson, George Muscroft and Joe Herity. Nick Watson is usually troubles the leaderboard quite nicely as well. There is somebody actually, I don't know if you can see, on the 17th, just to the left, chilling out.
Yep.
Oh, no, I mean, you know, chilling out, enjoying a bit of golf.
Yep.
Is there anything better?
It's great. When we're allowed, spectators back at these events, that's really going to make it. Some of these fields you get in, it's going to be tremendous.
We can't wait, can we, to get people back. We could do a little path here, actually, couldn't we, really? We did see one of the chaps wheeling his trolley
going
down
off road.
there. It was rather amusing, I must admit. So we're going to let those guys carry on and maybe head to 16. In fact, we can get a good view, can't we, from the tee up there and the 17th green. And in fact, actually, what a cracking
beautiful
view we'll
looking
have
back in the
over 18 as well. We can really see a lot.
It's a really interesting green, this one. It's sort of a skinny shape. You've got 3 different tiers on it.
Yeah, get up on the camera, but it really undulates, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I don't think there's a flat putt anywhere on that green.
out to Reed, and we've just seen it undulates quite a bit this green, doesn't it?
A bit sneaky that one, yeah. The greens are a bit tricky today, but been learning a bit from Nick. He's been holding quite a few putts.
He's always up there, Nick, isn't
yeah,
he? He's a very, very good man to learn from. Look, I'm going to let you crack on away. Thanks for talking to us. Best of luck, take it home.
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank
Good.
you. All right,
how's it going? All right?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Good man. We're just going to watch a group behind. They're just about to play their, what is 60?
Par 4, I think, about 360, I think, something like that. 360.
Yeah. Paul, you're a magician. You're an absolute magician.
Better lucky than good, just like my golf.
Oh, we've got one right in the bunker right in front of us as well. That'd be quite good to see, won't it? This is Jason Renton, Sam Crowther and Ben Davies, 2 amateurs and a pro. Sam Crowther, the pro.
Really important to get your
left-hander as well.
Yeah, there's a few out in the field today. Really important to get your approach shot closer, because if you have a putt from the front of the screen, that's going to be up, down, left, right. It's going to be really difficult to judge the pace on that.
It's going to bounce and roll, isn't it? That's
that
a good
should
bounce.
do well.
Come down. There you go.
Yeah, it's good in
I
there.
don't know how well you can pick it up on a camera, but honestly, it's like a waterbed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once it gets going, it just doesn't ever stop. Very 1980s. Nice and high, isn't it? Come on, sit.
Yeah.
Lovely. Let's go get a closer look at this, shall we? And this looks like one of the most challenging greens we've certainly seen here today at Headingley.
Yeah, that is going to be a slick putt coming back, isn't it?
We're going to get a nice bunker shot here as well, actually, aren't we? Let's get behind and see. I have a phobia of bunkers, which is a problem because I seem to end up in them quite a lot.
It's funny how the pros almost prefers to be in one of those, so they can control the spin rather than, you know, if you had a lie like this, which would be trickier.
It's a good lie as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't really foresee
Yeah.
too many issues here, but it's got to get it close.
Got it, yeah.
Of course, this will be technically this is
Yeah.
early, but it's going to have to be a good up and down, isn't it?
It's going to be a steep edge coming out there. I mean, obviously no rakes in bunkers at the moment, so they are allowed to move it 6 inches if you're in a footprint, and people are asked to rake it with their feet afterwards best they can. It's going to be 21st of June before they decide whether we can start using rakes again in bunkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. How are you?
Get a picture of the view here. It's absolutely something else, isn't it?
There, isn't it? What a shot. It's just dug its heels in maybe on the green. Let's spin it. Well done. Oh, perfect.
It is, isn't it?
Just make it look so easy.
It's makeable, isn't it? Now that'll be a cracking up and
That's
down.
probably the best place to leave your foot on this green, I would imagine.
I'd either still be in there or over there.
Yeah,
I'd be on the first fairway.
yeah. He's played that lovely.
What's going through your mind here, Paul? Because it probably breaks left to right, then right to left, then left to right. Then it goes uphill, back downhill again.
The pace control is so important, isn't it? You know, what you don't want to do is slide 1 5 foot past the hole, be too aggressive.
And equally, like you said earlier, 100% of short putts don't go in.
Absolutely, yeah. So the player there, he's moved his marker because it would have been in the line of this player here, and what he did, he flipped his coin over, which is he coined and he got a different mark on the other side to remind him to put it back. Because if he played it from there now, he'd get a penalty shot. That's a good pace.
It is, isn't it? Go on.
Get in. Very good putt.
Looks like a poker chip as well.
Mm.
Doesn't it?
So yeah, really handy technique there. If you just flip it over and you've got something marked on the other side, then you think that doesn't look normal. Just remind you to put it back, because you don't want to get a penalty shot for forgetting to put it back. Interesting. Put a grip there with the finger down the shaft. Get in.
Isn't it?
Oh, I thought that was impossible to
And
get
it's a
it short
Rhys
from
smile,
there.
isn't it, as well?
Super putt.
Just one extra bicep
Yeah.
curl and it might have gone in.
You can tell him that.
No, he's far bigger than me. Go on. Oh. One thing you'll learn about me, Paul, is I'm very brave when no one can hear me or see me.
That's a very good two-putt from that range on this green.
Cracking bunker shot, by the way, but then across the green, just quite tricky to read.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
No.
Not easy at all.
Well, I
There's a
couldn't
flat
do it
ball on
anyway.
the
I couldn't
green,
get
isn't
out of there. So
No. Yeah, it's about one of the only good shots of this all day. But
never. No, are you back next week?
yeah, should be. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Should be on Monday.
Good luck. Take it home anyway, guys. Thank you very
See you
much.
later.
Right, we're starting to get a bit of a backup actually, aren't we? Here, they've only just teed the group beforehand. They've only just teed off on 17. We don't have a group behind, so it looks like actually we've got quite a fast-playing group here. In fact, the very first group of the day, Paul, that was Harry Prues, Daniel Swells, and George Mason got round in just under 3.5 hours. We think,
Wow.
didn't we? They were absolutely
Super flying.
motoring, I have to say. So we're going to watch. I'm just looking to see if we can see where that group is on the 17th green, because we don't have anybody coming down behind us actually, do we? The group behind, that was Jason Rent and Sam Crichton and Ben Derry just saw on the green. Mark Nicholson, Alex Belt and Scott Campbell. We definitely want to catch up with Alex Belt, don't we? He's always happy to talk, and he's never shy of an opinion either.
Great player, Alex. Played in the BMW PGA down at Wentworth. I played a match with my head pro guy from Fulford with Alex and Lee Sharp, the footballer over at Moortown.
Yes. Yep.
And wow, Alex is some serious player.
Interesting story. Lee Sharp, he's trying to make it as a pro.
He's turned pro, yeah.
Yes,
He's been over to Fulford a couple of times, played with Lee. Turned pro by accident.
Really?
He was at a Pro-Am event, and he was a great golfer, probably off 2 or 3 anyway at Moortown, so a very good standard. And he was the only amateur in the field, so it was going to be a bit difficult. So I said, "Oh, playing the pro thing," without thinking that he's actually turned pro. So he's been in Spain for the winter, and he's been playing in some pro competitions over there. So it'd be great to get him back to the UK and see how Lee's game's coming on. But
we do. We want to get Lee Sharp in the 2020 Pro Tour event. That would be something special, wouldn't it?
he knocks it an absolute mile. Great short game as well. I think a lot of these really good sportsmen have.
Yes,
You know.
they certainly have. Let's pan back down to the 17th green over here and watch a bit of the action of the group ahead. The group behind we were just catching there look like they're just chilling out a little bit now, aren't they? Look, how good is that? Of course, this group, Nick Watson, George Muscroft and Joe Herity on that 17th green as well. And we've seen quite a few people get in trouble there on the right, haven't we, Paul?
Quite an intimidating tee shot, yeah. And even though you can move your ball 6 inches in the bunker because there's no rakes, he's right at the back of the bunker. This is probably on a downslope even, I think, it looks like from here. So it's going to be really difficult, this shot.
God, that is, isn't it? Open stance, you've just got to open up the club face, haven't you?
Absolutely.
And full follow through as well. You've got to be brave, haven't you, in the bunker? It feels unnatural, doesn't it, actually, when you're close to the pin?
That's a great shot.
Yeah, it is,
That's why these guys wear white trousers and have the names on the bag, isn't it?
Don't know how I'd do it if I wouldn't ever wear white trousers.
Oh, I love
I'd look a bit Saturday Night Fever, I think. We've got a rogue buggy up here on the left as well. If you can see that, Leon, we've got the electric buggy and having a nice day out by itself.
That's funny.
I've got a feeling
I hope
that's probably Alex Bell. I think it's Mark Nicholson actually, isn't it? Look.
I hope we don't run over that golf ball. Stop. Stop, stop. So is that these guys' drives? It must be.
Yes, it is. Oh, well, look, we know Alex Belt.
Wow.
I interviewed Alex actually last year in lockdown. I did a
Yeah.
series of lockdown
Yeah.
interviews, and I interviewed Alex, and I interviewed him from his home gym,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
you would expect.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but he's a great bloke. Like you say, he's a
Yeah.
great bloke. He's always up. So is Mark Nicholson as well. I must admit, I don't actually know Scott Campbell, but I have to say, one thing I love about the 2020 Pro Tour, Paul, is everyone's always happy to talk to you.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a smile on. I mean, even then, you
Yeah.
know, the gentleman we just spoke to.
Just like
Even if-
Bogey, he was still having a laugh and a smile.
He's just bogeyed. He didn't make the up and down, but he's still happy, and he's going to take away that bunker shot. You
Yeah.
know, it's not been his
Yeah.
day, but
Yeah.
you've got to take the good shots away, haven't
You've
you?
got to have, absolutely. This is such a hard game, so you've got to appreciate the good shots. We're going to give you guys a look. I'm looking for the
Yeah,
ball.
let's go give him a hand, shall we? It looks like this group. This is Mark Nicholson, Alex Belt, and Scott Campbell here on the 16th. It looks like we're going to have to try and help them find the
Right,
ball.
found it. I'm not sure.
Of course, again, the new rules of golf. You only have 3 minutes now, don't you, to find it? Don't put the camera on him. He's having a wee. Alex Belt up the top there in the hat. There's Mark Nicholson. I think it was. Should get a good shot here. You've a lot of trees, isn't there? You have to play it, stick it in, aren't you? Really. Hope Leon's going to be all right there.
Can you go from the green there, do you think, Ian? Can you go for the green, do you think, from there? Let's have a look.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We've got a gap, I think. Okay.
Look at that pinpoint, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, not aiming for the flag, just getting it where he wanted it on the green, let the green take
Just
care
get it
of
on the green. These guys are good enough to two-putt
Yeah.
from anywhere on the green,
Yeah,
aren't they?
Absolutely.
And it looks like Belt played a provisional, didn't he? So here's Scott Campbell. Again, fired nice and low onto the green. Lovely jubbly.
Just coming back off the contour. Come back off the contours.
It's gone to the back, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's going to be a slippery one coming back, that one. I don't think quite had the check on it I was hoping for. That looks great.
And I think Mark will be happy with that. A quick word of Alex. Let's go. Nice one, cheers. How's it going, Alex? You alright?
Yeah, not bad, you.
Yeah, that's a nice little shot in there.
Yeah.
Is there a gap to get it on the green?
We'll
Of course
try.
there is, all right.
I'll try and get an undeserved birdie from it.
Please do, please do. And then if you could give us a hole in one, 17, never caught one live, please. You could be the first man, Alex. Go for it.
John Morgan on the Euro.
How's it going, Mark? You alright? It was a bit of a runaway bag there for a while. I was getting a bit worried.
It's about only distance control I've got is with Colin.
That's too funny.
Always good humour, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Yeah.
Mark Nicholson, if you didn't catch it, I was saying about the only distance control he's got today on his buggy.
Great putt.
Right, so let me give you a score update. I've got a few changes to keep.
Oh, interesting.
Nick Watson, the man we
Yeah.
just saw, 6 under par currently at the minute. He's just teed off on 18. If
Ooh.
he can get in, that
Yeah.
will be the leading score. If he can hold it. A few movers and shakers. Rhys Samson, 4 under par. I just spoke to Rhys as well, going very well. Went well last week as well. Alex Harm, 3 under through 8.
Wow.
Not so sure that's totally accurate because he must literally have been last out. I'm trying to I think there's been a problem with. In fact, I think Alex might be out actually. I'm not so sure that's accurate. So realistically, Ashton Turner's coming up 4 under. Looking like it's going to be between Ashton Turner, who's coming up soon.
A couple of groups away, I think. Yeah.
He is, yeah, and as we just saw as well, Nick Watson. So is 6 under going to do it? If he can par it, he might. If he birdies it, it could well be game.
I think that's outside if he birdies it. Absolutely. That's interesting. I mean, you couldn't tell that Rhys was 4 under from talking to him back then, could you?
He's so cool.
How chilled out was that?
And he's playing really well
Yeah,
at the minute as well. I think he had a win. Might have had a win on the 1836 tour
Right, okay.
as well. So he's certainly getting to grips with stuff.
Yep.
I think what we might do is we might head off down to 18. So we might just go off to a very, very short break and then come back almost straight away and bring you all of the action as they come home on 18 and catch the players live coming off. Let's have a little look, shall we? Let's stay with this for now because we've got to see Ashton Turner, haven't we? In fact, we could potentially follow Ashton home as well. In fact, there's a group after this one, aren't they? I know we've got you and Leon have a buggy.
Tell me that.
I'll walk. Exciting stuff here at Headingley. It's going off, isn't it? Nick Watson. It's going to go right down to the wire. It's all on Ashton Turner, really. It says he's on 13, but he's not. So he just hasn't updated his score for a while.
Nice crisp contact there. That's a very good shot.
Oh, what a shot.
Go on, go in. Go in. What a great shot.
3 good shots though. They're
Yep.
all close, all with a good chance.
Yep. Look at that. You could throw a towel over those. Awesome.
So this group Paul Kinnear, Nick Lofthouse and Joe Price.
Yep.
All smiles as well. We like to see smiles, don't we?
Lovely shot. Great shots, guys. You knew the camera was on you, didn't you?
Yeah.
We get really treated, Paul, doing
Yeah.
this. We see some sensational golf. And some players, when the camera's on them, just turn it on.
Yeah.
So Paul Kinnear, Nick Lofthouse and Joe Price currently on the 16th green. 2020 Pro Tour GolfQuizz Masters.
Oh, need one more roll.
Just one more Weetabix.
Yeah, beautiful putting stroke there. What a cruel game.
Yeah, say that again. You always say there's no such thing as a perfect round, isn't it?
So using the line on the ball here to line it up. A lot of players doing that nowadays. When you stood over the ball, all you've got to worry about is the pace, and you know the line's going to be okay.
Wonderful, lovely shot.
What a three. And he was chipping in blind from down by that tree there. Fantastic up and down. Standard of golf on this tour is outstanding. When we get some spectators back, I really hope we get a lot of them come to these events.
Yeah.
Such a treat to watch this.
6 under par, some score, isn't it?
Wind's picking up now as well. Get in. 2 threes there, very good.
Fantastic stuff.
Super.
Hey, well taken.
Yeah.
How's it going out there anyway? Look like the game's in good shape. The putter's hot.
Well, no, it hasn't been, but I'll do yeah. Due a birdie there, so.
Good,
Good.
man.
It's been alright. It's been good.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Good,
stuff.
good.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Take it home. Lovely, jubbly, great stuff there. Turns out the putter's not hot. Just shows what I know.
Yeah, looked up to me.
Right, we are getting a bit of a backlog up here, aren't we? But we are
Yep.
waiting for the man, Ashton Turner, the real challenger, we believe, to Nick Watson. Nick Watson is on 18. He's on the 18th green. He lined up 6 under par, the current leader. If he birdies it, we think that might do it. We are going to stay live and follow Ashton for as far as we can go. Of course, we will be back live a little bit later as well to interview the official winner and maybe watch a final group or two come home. We've still got Cosmos with Fire to come down. Mark Young's out on the field. Marco Penge is out on the course. Victoria Craig. Rochelle Morris is out as well. She's Crossland Heath, of course. And we've got Christopher Maffei. I wonder if that's Cosmos's brother.
Could well be, yeah. Could well be.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
I think so. So Marco Penge 1 under last week. He was tied 11th. He won a 2020 event last year.
He did. He's a very good player, is Marco
Yeah.
Penge. And of course, his partner, Sophie Lamb, as well. Must congratulate them. They actually got engaged.
And
didn't
got
they?
engaged over the lockdown, I think, didn't they? Yeah.
They did, yes. Yeah. We'll just put the camera on the 17th green because, as you can see down there, Mark Nicholson, Alex Belt, and Scott Campbell looks like either Mark Nicholson is going to find a ball or he's off for a comfort break.
No, he's gone for the ball. Wow. Tree roots, bush, downhill, jungle the other side of the green. What could possibly go wrong? Taking a wide stance. Maybe opening up the blade here. Oh, what a shot. He's got a bit of kick off the banks down the green. Oh, that's so hard. Stay there.
Oh, don't.
Gosh, that's so harsh.
That's not fair, is it? We were just talking about how cruel the game is.
Just
and
need another
that's
foot
it.
on that. I'd have been next to the flag. It just hit the bottom of the downslope and just ran away like a thief with a handbag.
Good analogy. And it looks like Scott was in a bit of trouble, and I think he's learnt a bit there, hasn't
Yeah, I
he? He
think
took
so.
the high route.
Yeah.
And it was a good shot by Alex Belt, wasn't he? He'll be happy
Yeah.
with that. He's got a good chance for birdie here.
Yeah. Stunning views from up here, Ian, isn't it? Beautiful old clubhouse. Club was founded in 1892. I think they moved to this site in 1906.
Fantastic stuff.
Oldest club in Leeds.
Is it?
Talking to the manager earlier, they had the choice of 3 or 4 sites, including what's now All Woodley, which is a very well, highly regarded course. They've come here, been here over 100 years. Got a great greenkeeper here, Andrew. When he was in his early 20s, he was working at Augusta National on the Masters.
Wow.
Yeah, impressive stuff.
High credentials indeed. And I have to say, driving in,
Yep.
Paul, we're coming down a country road. It's just in the middle of nowhere.
It was bliss, wasn't it? Yeah, I was just trusting the sat-nav, knew what it was doing, so I had no idea where I was.
If you are coming to Headingley, put the sat-nav on.
Yeah,
That's all
absolutely,
I can say. Look, I've got some exciting news for you as well. Nick Watson, 6 under par. Ashton Turner, 5. So it's all to play for. He
Yep.
is in the group behind us as well. So we are going to follow him for as long as we can, maybe even all the way home. Exciting stuff. We might get our playoff
Yeah, we've just seen 2 out of 3 birdies in that last group, so we know the 16th is birdieable. The guys are smashing it over the hill, and it's running a long way down towards the green.
There's 2 big chances actually left for Ashton, isn't there? So
Yeah.
he could still do it. I mean, it depends, of course, on what Nick does on 18. Of course, if he goes birdie, then it's really setting the stall out, isn't it? Of course, if he bogeys, then they're both at 5 under. I mean, this is why we love golf. You just don't know, do you?
Yeah, you don't want to be turning your TV off now. 17 is probably one of the flatter greens, I think, once you're on it. So a decent chance for a putt there. I saw George hold a great putt for a 2 this morning.
I think if you put undulations on that green, it would probably be one of the harshest holes in golf, I think.
Great putt.
And Mark Nicholson finally taking it home, of course. He's taken a bit of a hit there, hasn't he? We'll pan over to the right, Leon, because the group behind are just about to tee off now, whilst that group clears out of the way. We're still waiting, would you believe, for Ashton Turner, Robert Burleson and Torrin Matthews to come down. Torrin I know very well indeed. He's always up for a chat.
He's a great player.
He won, I believe he won an event last year as well.
I think
Torrin.
he did, yeah. He's good friends with a mate of mine, Aidan, who's the assistant pro at Garforth. Aidan's a Dream Flight charity ambassador, so he's friends with Ian Poulter and been out to see Poults in Florida and done Ryder Cups with him, and Aidan's hell of a player as well. Got some good golfers at that Garforth Golf Club.
Not bad life, is it?
Yeah. That might finish on the green, you know. I've seen
Yeah, I saw it come out and roll down.
Yeah.
We saw it at 1, didn't we, actually? A couple of people just sat on the bridge, which was right in line. I mean, you know, must be sat there all day getting a shout for 4.
Turkeys voting for Christmas, yeah.
You're just asking for trouble
Crazy.
sometimes, aren't you?
Course is beautifully presented today, and it looks absolutely stunning.
It's glorious.
When you think we had a thick frost first thing this morning, greenkeeper's done a superb job.
I heard a big laugh, and again, that's done exactly the same almost, hasn't it? I think it might even roll, like you say, it might roll on.
Bounce, yeah.
So I can actually tell you, Paul Kinnear in the group you're watching right now, 2 under par, so going quite
Very
well.
good.
And that's going to get a good back. That's a great shot, by the way. That is a really good shot.
There you go.
Not quite a hole in one, but it's a cracking shot, isn't it?
Bit of a members bounce.
A bit of a, yeah.
But you've got to know where to land it.
Whilst we're here, what I'll just ask is if we could, Elaine, just put the leaderboard on the screen for everybody to have a little look at, because it is getting really, really tight at the top. Exciting stuff indeed. It is Nick Watson, the man out in front, but Ashton Turner, we're waiting for him to come down, aren't we? We're waiting a while now, actually, haven't we? Hope we haven't got lost, Paul.
Well, as you were saying earlier, the first group out this morning, out in just under 3.5 hours.
Yeah, incredible. They were going some pace, weren't they? That was Harry Pruce, Daniel Swells and George Mason. I think they were sprinting round.
Yeah, I think Harry had a 1 under, didn't he? So some really good golf there.
I have a solution for slow play.
Go on.
Less clubs in a bag.
Yeah.
I think you should have 7.
Right, okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know, you know your yardages. If you're a pro, or even if you're a very good amateur, or, you know, I imagine, Paul, you know your yardages very, very well indeed. And it's crucial if you want to get better at the game. But it's almost to the point where I feel it's almost just too easy if you know exactly how far you can hit it. The challenge of golf, golf's an incredibly difficult game anyway, don't get me wrong. But if your yardage gaps, instead of being sort of 15 to 20 yards, 50-yard gaps, then you know you have to pick that club. And then it's about the skill of the backswing, isn't it? How far do I have to go? And I think when you know you have to hit a certain club, then it's up to you to decide how far you're going to swing. Okay, you might take 1 or 2 longer practice swings, but you'll know immediately what club you're reaching for, you know.
Yeah, I always wondered how they end up with 14 clubs in the bag. It's an odd number, isn't it?
And of course, we go back to our argument of carrying your bag as well. If you only have to carry half of them.
Yeah, it's doable. Yeah,
you know?
that's doable. You're not going to do any damage to yourself carrying a half set.
I could probably just do a driver and putter, and that'd probably do me, to be honest.
Perfect. Well, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the leaderboard back up myself as well. I've probably pressed the wrong button somewhere. If you do want to see it for yourself, do go to the 2020 Pro Tour website. There is a link in the text of wherever you're watching this right now. You can click straight through to the 2020 Pro Tour. You just go to the very, very top and you go event results, obviously Headingley, and then click down find results, and that will bring it up for you.
That wind seems to have died down a little bit. It's very calm now, isn't it? Perfect scoring conditions. The sun's coming back out as well.
Yes, it certainly is. What I think we might actually do, Paul, because we are waiting for the group behind, I think we might cut this feed now, head back to 18 and reset up and get ourselves onto the 18th green and watch the leading groups come home and see if there's any late drama. It's Ian Waterhouse and Paul Hemlin here. Paul from the Golf Show. We're here at Headingley Golf Club, the GolfQuizz Masters. We're going to be back literally in less than half an hour, so don't go anywhere. You are not going to want to miss this because we'll be live right to the end. If there's a playoff, you'll see it live. Don't go.